Comic-Con! Yay! Hi everybody, Carla here, and a few things happened this week that I would love to talk about, like for example the fact that Comcast dropped out of the merger with Fox and now Disney's gonna take over. Boo! But I think by far the biggest piece of news this week is that it was San Diego Comic-Con weekend, so yay! Tons of trailers to talk about. That's what I'm gonna do today. I've already watched all of this, so these are not my immediate reactions. I just want to tell you what I thought about them and whether I like them or not, whether I'm looking forward to this series and TV shows and movies or not, which ones were my favorites, which ones I could not stand, etc. I didn't watch everything. I only watched the trailers for the shows and movies that I am interested in. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, so be sure to tell me what you thought of these trailers, and which series are you looking forward to, which movies are you looking forward to, what your favorite trailer of the weekend was, etc. Anything else about Comic-Con, let me know. I don't get to go to Comic-Con, so I have to live vicariously through people on the internet, so if you were at Comic-Con, let me know. What did you think of it? What was your favorite part? Etc. So let's do this. First, we're gonna start with the Doctor Who trailer. I was really excited about Doctor Who because obviously it's the first female Doctor, so that's a milestone in and of itself. I haven't been watching Doctor Who recently. I was not a fan of Capaldi in the role, so I stopped watching after 1 or 2 episodes of his run. But now that Jodie Whittaker is actually coming in to be the Doctor, I'm really excited about it, so I'm gonna watch the trailer and tell you what I thought. I love this trailer. I am in love with the new Doctor already. Like, I've only heard her say like one phrase and I already love her. I think she reminds me a little bit of David Tennant, and that's good because David Tennant was an awesome Doctor. He's not my favorite, but I still love him a lot, and I really enjoyed his run, as did most people, I think. I don't know, I like seeing that energy that she has. It's really cool. I really think it's gonna be great, the fact that she has like not 1, not 2, but 3 companions, and they're all different ethnicities. They all probably come from different parts of the living experience, so that's gonna be interesting to see. I'm really excited about Jodie Whittaker in the role. I can tell she's gonna be amazing already, so I can't wait to see that this fall. And even though this trailer didn't show us much of what we're gonna see, I did like that it felt really cinematic. It felt like a movie trailer. It didn't have that cheap TV look that Doctor Who usually has, or used to have at least. It's been getting better lately. But I like that it feels like a movie, it looks like a movie. I really think that's cool. I look forward to seeing what they do with the cinematography this year, and I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited! Next up is a DC series that I've been actually really excited about. It's Titans, which is an adaptation of Teen Titans, the comic book, and I've been looking forward to it. I'm a big fan of the Teen Titans. They're basically my favorite property in the DC universe. Like, I don't care about Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman and Aquaman. Wonder Woman, I like the movie, but I don't read the comics. The only part of the comics in DC that I really care about is the Teen Titans. I love those characters. I love that group. I also really love the cartoon show, so even more, I'm just excited for this show. I've been excited for this show through the casting, through the photos, through the sub photos. Like, I've been trying to hold on to my excitement when it comes to this show, and I was really looking forward to this trailer. It's okay. It's okay. Let me just say that. Let me watch it one more time and then I'll tell you what I think, and it's probably gonna be wrong, just a warning. Okay, here's the thing with Titans. I'm not entirely sure how to feel about this show yet. Like I said, I've been really excited for it. love the casting choices they made, all of them. I like this idea that they're going to try to give a mature spin on it. I don't mind. I think it's, you know, if you're in your own streaming service, then you make use of it, right? You don't have to constrain yourself to the limitations of a PG-13 network rating. So if you can do something a bit more mature, that's fine by me. And I actually liked a lot of the trailer in itself. I feel like the first half of it I really liked. I enjoy the tone. It almost feels a little bit Gotham-y. And I didn't watch the entirety of Gotham. I only watched like the first 2 or 3 seasons, and after that I had, you know, issues with what they did with some of the characters, etc., and I stopped watching. But I never had a problem with the tone. I think Batman and its related properties lend themselves really well to a dark tone, and, you know, dark not necessarily in the color palette, but yes, also in the color palette, but also as far as thematically. And I have no problem with that. I've been watching reviews of this trailer for like the entire weekend because I was really curious to see what people were, you know, thinking about this. It seemed to me like it was going to be pretty divisive, and I was right. Some people really love it, some people really hate it. And I've seen a lot of people complain about the, you know, the dark, angsty tone. I don't mind. Like, to me, that's not the problem. Although I do find it really weird that in this whole trailer we don't see one shot of daytime at all. Like, I do hope that they don't have the entire show take place in the nighttime, but the darkness of it is not what is giving me pause. I actually rather like it because it reminds me of Gotham, and I liked the tone of Gotham. I like this idea that Raven is having issues with her powers, probably. She sees a vision of Dick Grayson as Robin in the circus, and she knows that he's the one she has to go to in order to get help. I like that he sort of takes her under his wing, pun intended, and he's gonna try and help her through whatever it is that she's going through. I actually quite enjoy that. I think I really like the fact that Raven is a lot younger than Dick. It gives them that sort of sibling relationship, and just it lends itself more to developing a friendship without other stuff getting in the way. And the thing is, if Robin is going to have issues with Batman, which I think we can see pretty clearly in this trailer that he definitely has some issues with Batman, this idea of taking Raven under his wing is going to parallel that paternal bond that he has with Batman. And I think that that's going to be the thing that sort of gets him to understand his relationship with Batman a little bit more, and maybe come to terms with the fact that whatever happened between them can be fixed. So I like that. Like, I think Brendan Thwaites looks amazing as Robin, for sure. I think he's so pretty. He's so pretty, I love him. And I think he's gonna do a great job. I like the girl they chose as Raven as well. She seems very good. The thing with this, I don't even mind the Batman part. I don't even mind. I've seen a lot of people complaining about Robin killing people, and I've also seen like a lot of people trying to sort of sidestep the fact that Robin kills people, because everybody's like, yeah, sure, he shoots them, but if you see really clearly here and there, the bullets actually don't hit them. And I'm like, yeah, he stepped on a dude's neck. He definitely is killing people. But here's the thing, I don't care. I know a lot of people were upset in Batman v Superman that Batman was killing people left and right, and that really hurt a lot of people. I don't care. I'm not as attached to the Bat family as other people are. Like I said, I don't really read much DC. The only part of DC that I care about is the Titans, and I'm not entirely attached to the rules of the Bat family. I don't care if they kill people. I would rather them not be murderers, of course, because they're supposed to be superheroes. But if they're bad guys, you know, I can see it happening in some way. Maybe not forever. Maybe they'll realize the error of their ways. But I can take it for a little bit, you know? So I don't even mind that Robin is killing people. I don't mind that he's like F Batman. All of that was fine to me. It looked really cool, actually. A lot of people were complaining about the music. I don't care. I heard people saying that it sounded like Shadowhunters or Riverdale, and I'm like, yeah, I like Shadowhunters, so I have no complaints about the music. But what I do have a complaint about, like the part that makes me iffy about this trailer is, let me put it this way. There's a reason that I don't watch any of the CW superhero shows. And the reason is because they look like crap. I'm sorry. I know what you're gonna say, but Carla, you watch superhero movies all the time and they wear uniforms. You don't say they look like crap. I'm sorry, the uniforms just bother me, and I think it has something to do with the differences in medium between movies and TV. And of course, movies have much higher budgets, so the quality of their uniforms or costumes is much better. But it's not just about the money for me. It's about, for example, I think with TV you just spend so much more time with the characters through their daily lives that it feels a little bit more real to me. It feels a little bit closer to my experience as a human being and my daily life and the things that I do and the things that I have to think about while living in this world. Whereas movies sort of take you to one specific event, and it doesn't really matter if the superhero in question is in costume the entire time, because it's just that one event, and you know that he's wearing that costume for that one event. And you don't really think about what he's doing or she's doing outside of that event, right? With TV, you are forced to think of that, because you're forced to see the character's life outside of superheroing. In a sense. And for me, suddenly seeing them in costume all the time, it's a bit jarring to me, because it takes away the feeling of realness, and I don't like that, which is why I tend not to watch shows where the hero, you know, goes around in costume fighting crime. Not just in CW either. Like, I don't watch any of the CW superhero shows, but I also don't watch Daredevil. Like, even though the Daredevil costume is a little bit better in terms of quality, and by that I mean money quality, than the others, it still feels weird for me to watch it. It's like, I prefer my superhero shows where they're just in plain clothes the entire time. So my Jessica Joneses, my Luke Cages, those are the ones that I like. So for me, it's very jarring to see people in costume, and I know that I'm asking too much. Like, of course they're gonna have costumes, but I was hoping that they would be a little bit more subdued. Like, the Robin costume, I really like. I really love the Robin costume. And then we got a picture of Hawk and Dove, and they look ridiculous. I'm sorry, I know if you like them, great, and I know they're supposed to look that way in the comics, but there are some things that just don't translate from comics to real life. Dove looks like she's in a chicken costume. I don't like it, and it's just gonna be the same with all the others, and it makes me feel weird, and that's why I don't like it, because the first half I really loved. The first half of the trailer I really loved, and then it just became a CW trailer. An R-rated CW trailer, which I don't think makes it much better. But I don't think the quality is gonna be there, and that bothers me. Like, you could have made this a movie, maybe that would have been better. But no, they went with a TV show, and now it's going to look exactly like the CW shows look, and I can't get my head wrapped around that. It's really hard. Some of the characters look okay. Like, I think, like I said, I really like Robin. Hawk and Dove looks stupid. Raven, half the time she looks okay, and then the other half of the time it just looks like she has a really bad wig on top of her head. Which makes sense, because it probably is a wig, but it doesn't have to be a bad wig, you know what I mean? Like, that's where the budget comes in. And, you know, a lot has been said about Starfire. I did not like her look in the set pictures that we saw, but I thought, okay, maybe she'll look better in the show with the cinematography in place, etc. Whatever. I was willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. Turns out those are the clothes they're showing us in the trailer as well. So obviously they're gonna be important. She's not gonna have some other costume, or they would have shown us that, I guess. And I do want to clarify, it has nothing to do with Anna Diop. I know that a lot of people have been harassing her online, and that's just wrong. When I heard her casting, I was actually really excited. I like the idea of introducing some diversity to the group, and I think it's good that African American people are represented in the Titans as part of the group. I like that. It has nothing to do with her skin not being orange. I could care less about her skin being orange. You know, if they're gonna make her look like they made Beast Boy look, I would rather her skin not be orange. Okay, like, just leave her normal skin color. I think the hair is more than enough to give us the impression that she's not of this earth, if you know what I mean. A lot of people complaining about the orange skin. I don't care about the orange skin. I do care about, I don't even care about the corkscrew curls. Those are fine. I mean, the wig didn't look that great, but I don't mind her having corkscrew curls per se. I just wish they had gone with a better wig than that. And I am bothered, however, by the color of the hair. I don't know why her hair is pink. Like, Starfire's hair should be like orange-red-ish, right? So why is it pink? And I think it's really cool that she sort of lights up when she's using her powers, and then her hair goes bright orange because of the fire, right? So why couldn't they just give her an orange corkscrew curl wig? I'm not entirely sure. Her clothes I don't like. I don't like her clothes. That fur coat is just weird. And I know they said, oh, she's coming from a nightclub. Okay, but then don't show me that in the trailer. You know what I mean? But they did. And it just, the clothes look cheap. And I'm worried about her powers too, because Starfire, despite the name, she doesn't actually shoot fire. That's not her superpower. She shoots these like starlight beam thingies. They're bright green, like green lasers coming out of her hands. So I am not entirely sure why they translated that into fire in the TV show. But I guess we'll see. I mean, it could be really cool, but from what I can see, I'm just a little bit confused as to why they would do that. But, you know, I don't like her look. I'm still hoping that she looked better in the show. I'm also not happy with the way Beast Boy looks, and I know a lot of people made a lot of noise about these set pictures because his hair was green, but his skin wasn't green. Like I said, I don't care about the green skin. I think the hair is more than enough to let us know that there's something different about him. So I don't care if they don't paint the entire actor's body in green paint. I would rather they don't, actually, because from what little I can see from this trailer, let me be honest, he kind of reminded me of Captain Planet a little bit. Actually, he reminded me of that one skit from Funny or Die that Don Cheadle did, where he dressed up as Captain Planet, and like his skin was bright teal and his hair was bright green. That's what I saw when I saw Beast Boy, and I don't like it. I hope against hope that they're only going to make him green when he transforms, because I think, like with Starfire, I don't mind them not doing the skin thing if that means they don't have to CGI a skin color on them the entire time, because that's gonna be really jarring and it's gonna look bad. So I would rather they not do it. But here's the thing, from this trailer they don't give me much hope that they won't, because all that they show us of Starfire and Beast Boy, but very little that they show us, they're CGI'd up. So, and then they don't show us anything else. Like, they don't show us any shots of them just hanging around, not using their powers. So it makes me worried that they're either not ready with the CGI because they decided to just CGI their skins and their powers the entire time, like for the entire series, or that they're just hiding them because they don't look good. And that makes me worried. Again, this has nothing whatsoever to do with the actors. I'm actually really happy that Anna Diop is Starfire. I think if DC saw something in her, that she's bound to be good. Same with Ryan Potter. I actually know Ryan Potter from some of the Disney Channel type shows that he did, and he's a fun guy. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. I just don't think they did themselves any favor with the look that they had. And not just the two of them, but just Raven as well. Like half the time I didn't like the way she looks. And Hawk and Dove just look ridiculous. And the entire thing, like the second half of the trailer, it just made me feel like I was in a CW show, and I don't like that. I will give it a chance. I actually do think, as far as CGI goes, I do think that Raven's demonic powers actually look pretty awesome. I like this idea that they're going a bit more horror with her. I think that makes a lot of sense. But I tend not to like the second half of the trailer for the most part. That's not to say that I'm not gonna give them a chance. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch as much of it as I can get through. Hopefully I'll be able to get through the whole thing and I actually will get hooked to it. I'm giving it a chance. I love these characters. I want to see what they do with them, and I want them to be adapted in a good way. But I have to admit, this trailer kind of left me a little bit confused and not sure how to react. Like, I'm not like super upset or anything. I know a lot of people are. For me, I am a little bit more tolerant of changes made to adaptations, so it's not like I'm looking at this and going, no, they ruined it. For me, it's fine if they make some changes. I just think I need more than a trailer to see if the changes work for me or not. So that's what I'm gonna say as far as Titans go. Please, if you're one of those idiot racists who are harassing Anna Diop on like social media and stuff, cut it out. Don't be an asshole. It's fine. It's fine. She's gonna be Starfire and she's gonna be fine. Okay? Complain all you want about the clothes. Don't complain about the person. That's just not nice. Okay? Now we're going to move on to the Vulture and Defender of the Universe trailer, which also premiered at Comic-Con. So, the Vulture and Legendary Defender trailer. I actually was really excited to watch this because I literally just caught up with Vulture. Like, over the past couple weeks, I just watched seasons 5 and 6. So I'm all caught up, and the way it ended was amazing, and I can't wait to see what happens after, now that they're going to be dealing with Earth. It's been 6 seasons and they haven't really been to Earth, so that's gonna be interesting how they deal with that. I love it because Shiro, of course, we know is gonna have to deal with things. They mentioned in the panel also that Shiro is definitely gay, which is, I love it. And that we're going to actually learn a little bit about his partner, which was unexpected. And I'm really excited to see this because we don't know almost anything about Shiro before the series started. Like, we know he's close to Keith, and that's about it. And I'm really looking forward to knowing more of his life. It's gonna be amazing. I love this idea of them going back to Earth. We saw Pitch's mom. I think that's her mom. And I'm really excited to learn more about this. It was complete coincidence that I just happened to catch up with Voltron just as the new season is coming out really soon. But, well, that's it. That's what I get for watching everything so late. But I'm really excited. I love the white hair. I hope that Vulture is still around, even though, you know, what happened to him at the end of season 6 and everything, but I hope that he's still around because I love Vulture. I love Vulture. I love saying his name. And I love him. He's such a cool villain. I love him so much. So I hope he comes back, and I can't wait to see the new season of Vulture, and it's gonna be awesome. Next up, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them 2, The Crimes of Grindelwald. Damn, that's a long name. So, I'm not the greatest fan of the Fantastic Beasts movie, the first one. I liked it well enough. It doesn't inspire my excitement as much as the Harry Potter movies did. I know a lot of my friends who are Harry Potter fans, as I am. I'm a big Harry Potter fan, but it doesn't feel the same to me. I know a lot of my friends are really excited about this movie. For me, the first one didn't do much for me, so I'm not like foaming at the mouth for this movie. But I like the trailer well enough. I like the little hints that they gave us about things we recognize, such as, ridiculous, which, by the way, wasn't Dumbledore supposed to be a Transfigurations teacher? Joe, what are you doing? I like the ridiculous. We saw the Elder One, Nicolas Flamel. Of course, I think my favorite part of the trailer was just that little shot that we had of Dumbledore looking into the mirror of Erised and seeing Grindelwald. So, for a movie that said they don't actually deal with that relationship a lot, that was very interesting. I like that they added that in the trailer. But other than that, it felt like a lot of special effects happening, which, yes, I know to expect that from a Wizarding World movie, of course, but I feel like I still don't have any context. Like, I know that Dumbledore wants Newt to help with Grindelwald somehow for some reason. I don't know what makes him so special that he needs to be in this position. I don't know what it is that Dumbledore needs him to do. So I feel like I don't know what's going to happen in this movie, and that reminds me a lot of how I felt about the first one. I didn't know until I saw it what really the plot was going to be. And that doesn't necessarily make me excited because, I saw the first one without really knowing what I was going into. I didn't like it as much as many other people did. So is the same gonna happen with this one? I don't know. I like this trailer. It was cool. I know a lot of people really, really loved it. I'm not like going out of my mind to see this movie. I will see it probably at some point. My cousins really want to see it on opening weekend, so I guess I'll go with them if I'm around. But I'm not like super hyped for it. I think if I had liked the first one a little bit more, maybe I would be more excited for this one either. I also don't like the fact that there's so much Johnny Depp in this trailer. I'm sorry. I could use a little less Depp in this trailer. But apart from that, it was okay. It doesn't send me over the moon or anything, but it was cool. It was an okay trailer. Now let's move on to Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Now here's something I never thought you'd ever hear me say. The Godzilla trailer is amazing. I love this trailer so much, and I'm not a fan of huge monster movies. I've just never been interested in them at all. I didn't see the first Godzilla. I didn't see Godzilla 2. There was a Godzilla. No, wait, this is Godzilla 2. I didn't see the first Godzilla. I didn't see King Kong. I don't care about giant monster movies. I don't. I literally could not care less. But I watched this trailer and I'm frigging hyped. I was so hyped. This trailer looks so great. I find this whole idea that humans are an infection and thus the Titans are going to have to wipe us out mind-blowing. I love it. It looks incredible, like Mothra, when so good. Just Godzilla looks amazing. I love that there's also some kind of interpersonal drama going on. Like, I don't know if it would seem to me that Millie Bobby Brown is on the side of the monsters in this thing, or at least that's what the trailer would have me think, I would guess. And I think this trailer is so good. The music gave me chills. Like, I never noticed music in trailers. This one I love. I'm so excited for this movie, and clearly they knew what they were doing, because before Comic-Con, like a couple of days before Comic-Con, they actually released a little teaser that wasn't in the trailer at all. It's a separate teaser entirely. But it was basically Millie Bobby Brown talking on the radio, like looking for someone. Calling Monarch is what she says. And it was so freaking reminiscent of Stranger Things that I was like, huh, okay. It was pretty obvious what they're doing, and I think they're putting Millie Bobby Brown front and center in everything. In their publicity, like all of it. And I think that's a genius move, because Millie Bobby Brown was literally the main thing that made me even click on this trailer to watch it. So, whatever you're doing, Warner and Legendary, it worked. I think this looks amazing, and for the first time in my life ever, I'm saying I can't wait to go see Godzilla. And I'm just super excited about this. It looks phenomenal. It looks amazing. I love this trailer so much. Now let's move on to Shazam. Okay, as you can see, I'm smiling. I don't know much about Shazam at all, so when they said they were making a Shazam movie, I was like, wait, the guy with the rings? Like, I thought that was Marvel? Like, I don't even know what Shazam was. I only figured out that it was a superhero, like, way down the road, so I had no clue. I didn't care about this movie. Then they cast Zachary Levi in the title role, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to watch this. Because I love him. I think he's so great. Now that I've seen the trailer, I'm so glad I decided to give this movie a chance. This Shazam trailer was my favorite trailer out of Comic-Con. It just puts a smile on my face every time. I laugh at the jokes over and over and over, and it's so good. It's so nice to see a superhero that actually wants to be a superhero. And it's because he's this kid in a grown man's body, and it's so cool. I really love it. And Jack Dylan Grazer was one of my favorite parts of it. I love to see him in this. I am so glad that he's part of this thing. He deserves the world. He's so good. And I can't wait to see this movie. It's so great. It looks so great. I love that he laughs at the name. It reminds me of Ant-Man. It's like, hey, can we change the name? Well, it's the same thing here. It's like, really, Shazam? Really? I mean, everybody would have that reaction, let's face it. And I really, really love this trailer. When he's walking out of the... in the flight test, I am so in love with this trailer. It's so good. They're walking out of the store and he's like, sup, I'm a superhero. So good. I love it. I can't wait to see more of this movie. I wish I could see it right now. Like, I want to give it all my money. I need to see this movie already. It's so great. I love it. Now let's move on with the biggest moment of the DC panel, which, by the way, the DC really stepped up. I think I really liked what they did with their panel this year. It was cool to see so many movies, and they definitely took the chance now that Marvel wasn't going to be there. So yeah, congrats DC, you're doing good. Let's go see the biggest trailer out of the DC panel, which was of course Aquaman. Now let's talk about that. Okay, so when it comes to Aquaman, I wasn't really interested. I'm not really interested in this movie. I don't really care about Aquaman in any way. I watched this trailer just out of curiosity, just to see what it looked like, because, you know, Batman, Superman, and Justice League were so oddly CGI heavy that I just wanted to see if DC could do it this time around with Aquaman. And it started off fine, and then they have that scene where the little kid Arthur is talking to the fish, and there's a shark that comes in and crashes against the glass. That shark looks so fake that it just it just killed off any excitement I could have for this movie straight away. The rest of the trailer was, it was okay. I don't really care about this movie. It didn't make me care anymore about this movie. I think it's a lot of CGI. A few of the scenes at the end of the trailer with all the sides fighting together, etc. It just reminded me a lot of the fight scenes in the Hobbit trilogy. That's not a good comparison because the Hobbit just seemed like it was all CGI and nothing looked real. I think DC has to do better with their CGI. I've heard a lot of my friends actually mention that as well. I don't know. I think Momoa is cast just fine. Like, this seems to be the role for him, so yeah. Amber Heard looks amazing in this role, and I think for me, she was the one that I kept my eye on through the entire trailer. I think she's gonna do great. I'm not excited to see in this movie. I probably will catch it on home video or something. I don't think I will go watch it in the theater. I just don't care enough. And this trailer didn't really make me care either. I know a lot of people are excited. I hope it's good. I think DC deserves another win, and I hope people like it. It's just not the movie for me. So it was an okay trailer, save for the fake shark and some of the really obvious fake CGI. It had like shades of Black Panther in it, which I think is a good thing for DC as well. Maybe use some of that Black Panther hints, some of those Black Panther hints to draw more people in. It was okay, it just doesn't really do anything for me as far as the movie goes. So yeah, go Aquaman, but without me, I guess. And last but not least, I'm gonna watch the Gifted trailer, which also premiered in Comic-Con. The Gifted at Fox is going to, of course, premiere in the fall on Fox, and I'm really excited because I love the first season of The Gifted. So let's watch that first trailer and say what we think. Okay, I really like this trailer. I thought it was awesome, this whole idea that Lorna's about to give birth, and every time she has like contractions and stuff, everything starts spritzing out around her. I think that's really cool. I like this idea of this woman, I didn't catch her name, who is leading the, rebel mutants, I guess. I like this because obviously they can't have Magneto, so it's good to have at least one figure that functions as the Magneto. I look forward to seeing what her powers are. I think that could be really interesting. I love that they're going to see the Morlocks, which is the real underground. I do hope the Morlocks actually look like Morlocks and not like normal people who just go underground because why? I do hope that they take some time to actually make the Morlocks look like they, like people who are rejected by society because of their looks. I don't exactly know what's going on with, the entire Strucker family. But I guess we'll see. It's not clear. I like that they're not giving up on Lorna still. I'm confused by this thing, this like Fight Club type thing that we're seeing. I don't know what that is, but I just think it was a really long trailer. It was like 3 minutes long. Obviously they have a lot of footage. I was trying to piece it together, and it seems to me like they made this trailer from a lot of episodes. Usually trailers for shows, the first trailer is usually still just from the first few episodes, but it seems like they have a lot of footage for this show already, and that makes me excited. I'm just really looking forward to this season. I really like this trailer, and I can't wait. This show is so good, I love it, and I just really can't wait. I also did watch the Roswell, New Mexico trailer. It didn't do much for me. I wasn't a Roswell watcher when I was a kid. I was tangentially aware of it, and it always seemed cool, like the idea of it, but I never watched it. So it didn't really do much for me. It seems like Roswell, so for people who are upset that they're rebooting their shows like with Charmed and Roswell, it did feel like Roswell to me, so it felt a lot like those original episodes felt. I remember seeing ads for it on TV, and it feels very similar, so I'm interested. I think I'll watch the first episode or so, just to decide if I'm gonna stick with it or not. But it looks interesting, so that's as much as I can say. I'm not like super hyped, but yeah, I'll take it. I don't have any problem with shows being rebooted, like Charmed or whatever. I did have a problem with Charmed when they said it was going to be a feminist reboot, because it's like, so what was the original? Chopped liver? The original was pretty damn feminist, let me just say that. But I don't have any problem with them rebooting it. I think they can bring interesting new elements to it, which I look forward to in both Charmed and Roswell, so I guess we'll see. And that's about it from me about Comic-Con trailers. If there are any that you watched and liked and I didn't, let me know, maybe I'll give them a try. As usual, there are shows and movies that I'm not really into, so I don't even bother watching the trailers, but if you guys think that one of them was really, really good, let me know, maybe I'll give it a chance. For me, I think the best trailer out of Comic-Con was a Shazam trailer, but I also really liked Vulture. I also really liked Godzilla. So yeah, I think it was a good Comic-Con. I love that Comic-Con has finally opened itself to like trailers, because a few years back there was this thing where people would record trailers on their phones or whatever from Hall H and then distributed them on the internet, and everybody got so pissed because they realized like, no, you should respect the exclusivity of Comic-Con and Hall H and whatever. And I'm like, okay, I understand that. I understand respecting exclusivity. Like, for example, the Wonder Woman footage, I hope that doesn't leak at all. But I do think it's good for shows that are ready for it to just put trailers up online. If you have a trailer, show it to people, you know what I mean? So I like that this year everybody was just like, oh, we have a panel, here's a trailer. You know, have it, like, just give something to the fans and we'll all be satisfied. So I think it's good. This year Comic-Con felt very conflict-free for some reason. So I like that, and I really enjoyed these trailers for the most part. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what you guys think of them. Let me know in a comment below, and also if you have any ideas for topics that you'd like me to talk about in the future, be it anything geeky, TV, books, movies, etc., just let me know in a comment. And if it's anything that I have any knowledge of, I will make sure to add it to my list of videos to make in the future, so be sure to do that. Also, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you like my stuff, please subscribe to my channel. I'm always happy to see people sharing and liking and watching and subscribing. It really helps me a lot with those pesky YouTube algorithms. So please be sure to do that. In the meantime, you can find me on social media. I am on Twitter and Instagram at girlsareweird with underscores between the words, and I am on Tumblr at girlsareweird with hyphens between the words. You can find a Facebook page for this vlog at facebook.com/FreakingNarnia, and as usual, you can visit my main website at FreakingNarnia.com. All my videos are up there in case you missed any and want to catch up. Just go there, you'll see all of them in there. Also remember that I have a Redbubble store where you can find art based on my favorite quotes from my favorite fandoms, and then you can use that art to print in different types of merchandise such as t-shirts, coffee cups, computer covers, all sorts of neat stuff in there. So be sure to visit, take a look around, and maybe purchase something if you're in the mood. It really does help me a lot. Also remember that I have this vlog in podcast form. You can just look up Talks from Freaking Narnia in all your major podcast distribution platforms, so be sure to do that. I have about 30 episodes uploaded and I'm working on more little by little. It's going slow, but I will get there, guys, don't worry. But if you do want to hear these podcasts on the exact same day this video goes up on YouTube, then what you want to do is subscribe to my Patreon page. With just $1 a month, you'll be able to get these episodes in podcast form on the exact same day they go up on YouTube. There are also other really cool incentives in there, so be sure to check that out and subscribe if you're into that. And I think that's it from me today. I will see you guys next week with another video from all the way in freaking Narnia. Bye bye. I don't get to go to Comic-Con, so I have to viciously. She has like not one but not two, not. I like that it feels like a movie, it seems like a movie. So, the Vulture and Legendary Defendant trailer, I think that's her